The conclusion of the commemoration week of the genocide against the Tutsi was held at Rebero Genocide Memorial in memory of the politicians killed in the genocide against the Tutsi. Of more than 14,000 resting at the memorial, 12 are politicians. These were killed for having dissented from the genocide plot planned by the government-led political party MRND of President Juvenal Habyarimana. The spokesperson of the Consultative Forum for Political Parties in Rwanda, Honorable Umuhire Andrea, states that 28 years after the genocide against the Tutsi have left a lot to deal with for today's politicians.
Uyu munsi rero turibuka bamwe mu banyepolitike bagize ubutwari bwo kwanga akarengane.
Today we also remember politicians that chose not to support injustice and stood up against Juvenal Habyarimana's regime that planned the genocide against the Tutsi. We, as the current and coming politicians, we have a responsibility of teaching our followers and all Rwandans how to live in peace and harmony, continue to uphold the unity we have always had, and continue being examples in everything we do.
Tugakomeza kubumbatira umwe twahoranye tukaba intangarugero mu byo dukora byose.
The Minister of National Unity and Civic Engagement, Dr Bizimana Jean, speaking about the role of politicians in the genocide against the Tutsi, explained that apart from MRND as a ruling party, the CDR political party, which was made up of Hutu extremists, participated in the campaign to devalue and undermine the people's relations with the Arusha Peace Accords, and in 1992 issued a statement containing what the party called the 10-point guidelines on the Hutu calling for the extermination of the Tutsi. Dr Bizimana also states that the list of good politicians to be remembered today is set to be revised and include others, including Ngurinzira Boniface, who was the Minister of Foreign Affairs and also supported the Arusha Accords.
CDR ifite uruhare rw'umwihariko kuko yo yeruye ikabigaragaza.
CDR had a special role since it openly showed it in its operations, in its policy announcements, that openly fought the Tutsi and opposed peace talks. On the 2nd of September 1992, CDR wrote a French document to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ngurinzira, who was the Rwandan envoy to the peace talks, which contained their demands to be in the same transitional government with FPR. In conclusion, they asked Ngurinzira to consider their demands at the peace talks, or if not, he should get ready of what will come next, and you all know what came next. Ngurinzira was killed, and we haven't been able to recover his body to accord him a decent burial as these other politicians. We are into plans of revising the lists of politicians buried at Rebero so that other good politicians like Ngurinzira can also be included and remembered. Right Honorable Dr Iyamuremye Augustin, the President of the Senate, argues that remembering these good politicians at a time like this is important in the fight against those who deny and negate the genocide against the Tutsi.
Kwibuka abanyapolitike bishwe kubera kwitandukanya n'ingengabitekerezo ya jenoside.
Remembering politicians killed for dissenting from genocide ideology and fighting against the plan to exterminate the Tutsi is a very important thing in the commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsi, especially in this time where some use social media to spread false information that defames the government of Rwanda and negate the genocide for political reasons. Although the week of mourning for the victims of the genocide against the Tutsi was concluded this Wednesday, April 13th, the commemoration continues for the remaining days until July 4th, equal to 100 days since the genocide against the Tutsi. Innocent Mugabo, RTV News.